Tracey Turner is the curator and manager of Seven Oaks House. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So, how does it feel for you to have the museum designated as a National Historic Site?
It's an incredible honor. It's something that's been in the works for a little while. It just really allows us to shed the light on this really important heritage treasure that we have here in the city of Winnipeg and for the province of Manitoba.
Tell us a little bit about the story of the house and what makes it so historic.
It well, first of all, I guess the claim is it's the oldest house in Winnipeg. It may be one of the oldest buildings in Manitoba.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was established. We know for sure by 1831. It could have been actually earlier. We know that the Inkster family was well established by around 1824, and they were settled in the region and farming in the Red River settlement. So it really illustrates, the depth of history and sheds a light sort of on the growth of the Red River settlement and of course, the story of some prominent people that lived here. We know John Inkster. The story of John Inkster is told often, but we don't often hear a lot about Mary. And she was Mary Sinclair. She actually was. Her mother was baptized Margaret Sinclair. Her mother was Métis and in an Innuit ancestry, and her father was an important trader for the Hudson's Bay Company. So when we start to learn about the heritage of the family that lived there, we start to really see the story of early Canada, pre-Confederation, and understand sort of the growth of the Red River settlement. So there's a lot of history there to learn.
And when you think of the history of a lot of these National Historic Sites, often they're these big opulent houses. I'm thinking like the Dalnavert, for example, right? But this one actually, it's kind of it's a more of a, I say modest kind of working class home too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good one to contrast with Down Yeah, it's interesting in the sense that the first home that they lived in was what we call a Red River frame home. So basically a log construction. And when you come on the site, you'll see the original home they lived in. Red River frame is stacked logs that have been constructed, and we know that John built that. John Inkster built that as their first home for the family. Later, a portion of that home was cut off and moved to the other side of the new home, which was constructed in 1851. And at the time, the new home, which is what we call sort of Georgian-style architecture, it would have been considered a Red River sort of mansion for the Red River settlement. It's quite large, but it doesn't have that kind of opulence. It definitely is, um, more austere. But at the same time, they were a fairly wealthy family.
So I actually understand you kind of knew that this designation was coming since 2022 actually, but now you can actually kind of be more public with it. How does it feel to actually be able to announce it now? Especially, I imagine it must have been a lot of work to get to this point.
It was a lot of work for the board, and of course, the previous curator. I think they put a lot of the research in. Of course, these processes always take time, right? And so we've been sitting on this exciting news for quite some time, and we're really thrilled to be able to share it. I think it really allows us to, you know, uh, bring attention to this beautiful house and the stories that are in it. So it's exciting. It's really exciting. And unfortunately, like right now, it's the season when we're closed, so we
Mm.
can't wait till we open back up in the spring and to share the site with more visitors.
What changes now for the site now that it is a National Historic Site? Is it a funding
Right.
difference, or what does that mean now?
Uh, well, I think it's a few pieces, right? Number one, we'll have higher profile, right? To have be a national historic site is it's a very important designation for a heritage site. It's not easy to get. So, it means we're of value. It means we have something to really treasure, but it also means we have something to really take care of. With that responsibility, often does can come funding. Hopefully, we will, be able to work this new designation into accessing new funds for restoration. Older homes, obviously, they need a lot of upkeep, just like everyone's house, right? but houses this old need a lot of conservative effort to be maintained and to keep the finishes up, etc. So it'll help us, hopefully access funding for restoration. Other pieces of that, of course, are just allowing us to develop more programming and hopefully attract other stakeholders and interests for all kinds of opportunities. So it's sort of a multi-level thing, but it comes with it's an exciting opportunity, and it also comes with a lot of responsibility.
And before I let you go here, just yourself personally, what is it that you love the most about the home? Why is it something that you've decided to dedicate so much time to?
Right. Well, my career's been really focused on looking after historic homes and heritage properties. It's definitely of interest to me because I think homes are like they connect us with what's important about life. Really, it's about connections. It's about family. When you come into the home, you understand. This is a home that raised 11 children. This is a home that saw the birth of the first settlements in Manitoba. This is a home that saw Confederation, and this is a home that Um, Duff Roblin sought to establish as a museum in 1958. So it's like this this house tells the story of Manitoba and the story of the connections between immigrant families from the Orkney Islands to Cree and Métis families that are here. So it's the story is so broad, but it's such an important story for Manitobans to learn and for Canadians to have access to learn about.
Mm. Well, Tracy, thanks so much for your time and all the best.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Tracey Turner is the curator and manager of Seven Oaks House.